Now, are a lot of these people just not voting, or are they going to vote for Trump?
Some of them are voting for Trump, straight up. I feel like CNN is trying to make Harry Enten into Steve Kornacki, and it's just not working.
Yeah, I think there's good reason for Democrats to be concerned with what's going on in the Wolverine state. And we can see it right here in the polling average. Look, if you look at the Democrat versus Trump margin in, of course, the great state of Michigan, what do we see in the polling average? We see Kamala Harris.
October 2024. I would have loved to see what like Joe Biden's October 2023 numbers look like versus what they look like after.
Harris only up by a point, right? Compare that to the 2020 result when Joe Biden won, of course, in Michigan by 3. Joe Biden at this point in the polls in 2020 was up by 6. No matter what way you splice it, 1 point is significantly less than 6 points. It's a race at this particular point, Mr. Tapper, that is far too close to call. And of course, Michigan is so pivotal, both for Kamala Harris and for...
Is it? It doesn't feel like it, does it, chat? To me, it doesn't feel like Michigan is pivotal at all. Or at least like the way that the Democrats are behaving about Michigan makes it seem like it's not even remotely important. I don't get it. It always makes me feel like the Democrats are not running as though they want to win Michigan.
For Donald Trump, but even more so for Kamala Harris, because this is the chance they win the election if they lose in the great state of Michigan. The chance that Harris wins the election if she loses in Michigan is just 7%. For Trump, it's 16%, slightly higher. But I think the key nugget that you can take away from this data is Michigan is a must-win, but it's especially a must-win for Kamala Harris.
There's also a lot of talk. There are a lot of union members in Michigan, and we know union leadership's endorsement of a presidential candidate only goes so far. It really comes down to the rank and file members who might be in favor of Trump because they're worried about electric vehicles. There might be cultural issues, et cetera, et cetera. Where does the union vote stand in Michigan?
Yeah, so let's take a look. We'll look at this year, and then we'll compare it to where we were back in 2020. So this is union households in Michigan, presidential election margins. Look at this. Joe Biden won that vote by 15 points back in 2020. Look at where the margin is now. Harris is ahead in union households, but that number, that lead for her, is down to just 6 points, down to 6 points. And this mirrors something that we've seen nationally, and that is, at least among union households, Kamala Harris is right now showing the poorest showing for any Democrat.
Dude, I just saw something absolutely insane. Elon Musk's Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, gear up for it. This account says, the mayor of Asheville, North Carolina is Esther E. Mannheimer. If you're wondering, yes, she is. Now, the reason why I showed it to you in this cropped way is because maybe you think, Hasan, why the are you talking about this random Nazi? Obviously, it's not that significant. This has 50,000 likes and 9,000 retweets. Holy 11 million views, dude. We are so cooked. When I tell you how cooked we are, I don't think we understand how cooked we are. Bro, this is what the You're almost in time for the it's like starting. I mean this is insane, brother. This is insane, okay? Oh my God. Anyway, let's get back to CNN.
You'd have to go all the way back since 1984 in the Reagan landslide when Mondale won union households by even less than right now what Harris is ahead by. But the bottom line is, yes, Harris is ahead among union households in Michigan, but that margin is considerably slimmer than what Joe Biden won amongst them back in 2020.
And in this perfect storm in Michigan for Harris, Democrats are also worried about losing strength with Arab American and Muslim American voters in places such as Dearborn. Because of what's going on in the Middle East right now. What does history tell us?
Yeah, what does history tell us about Dearborn? It can basically change at a moment's notice. You know, Joe Biden won in Dearborn by 39.
The funniest meta I've seen from like dumbass liberals is like, why would Kamala Harris cave to these like incredibly conservative Muslim voters? Instead, she should be caving to these incredibly conservative white voters in the suburbs. Okay? That's literally the argument now. They're saying that like all these Muslim voters are actually super conservative. Kamala Harris is going to lose Michigan. Is it a good time? No, I mean, unless it's always a good time, actually. Hold on here on unmuting you.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, how are you doing today? Other than that, I thought it was supposed to be a fun day. When I left, you were like,
yeah, I mean,
Saturday
it
fun day.
It did start off with.
It's never fun.
Okay, dude, chill out. It's
But
gonna
I
be,
love this shit.
Okay, first of all,
So you know. Okay,
last night this motherfucker literally was like, "Bro, you want to turn on some YouTube?" I was like, "No, dude,
Okay, well,
I don't want to turn on YouTube."
We sat on the couch for an hour and a half together and didn't watch anything. We couldn't agree on anything because I came to the conclusion that at nighttime, what I watch Hasan
Yeah.
on YouTube, and he didn't want to turn on videos of himself, which makes sense.
But I did ask him something from the liberal perspective that I think is very instructive. I was like, Austin, do you like when I criticize Kamala Harris, like in terms of, because he said his favorite is when I do hogwash,
Yeah,
like
that's
when
my
I make
favorite.
fun of Republicans.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
And so I asked him, I was like, so as a liberal, like, do you like it when I shit on Kamala Harris?
I said,
and he said he doesn't really like it.
I don't enjoy. It's not
doesn't
good
enjoy
content
it.
to me.
Yeah, he doesn't enjoy it as much.
It's just sad. It's more sad when you do it to the because like it's like constructive, like valid, like but like
okay, checking.
when you watch the hogs, it's like they're so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no, I don't hate it in a way that like it's not valid criticism. I agree with the critique. It's just not entertaining to me because it's like shit. It's just not as fun to watch because the hogs
It's
is
just
just
sad.
It's
just
sad. Like the hogs are funny. Like they're so stupid. It's funny. Whereas like the Democrats like are just like it's just not funny because it's the party that could be something great,
But they choose
but
to
they
not
choose
do that.
for some reason not to be great and just capitulate to the center right.
Basically, it's not
numbers
fun
from-
to get hogwashed. I mean, when I shit on the liberals, it's not like I'm doing hogwash. I'm more angry. I think I'm more resentful and angry towards liberals when I criticize them because, like, I expect them. Maybe I believe in their lies as well, where I expect them to be like at least a little bit more educated and know better, but they, choose to operate
and
on the
there's
same.
Somebody in the Democratic Party told Tim Walz it was people want them to be more bipartisan or some shit.
All right, and now we're back to Harry Enton. A must win. Enton on the stakes of Harris and Trump in battleground Michigan. Kamala Harris is within not even in the margin of error. Like Kamala Harris is going to probably lose Michigan at this point, and she's like 1 point away.
John Kerry won in Dearborn by 19 points. And
shows
remember,
how
uncommitted in the
significant-
Democratic primary this past time around won a majority of the vote in Dearborn. So the bottom line is Dearborn and the Arab Muslim vote are very much up.
Yeah, I wonder why Kerry won by 19 points against Bush.
Now, are a lot of these people just not voting or are they going to vote for Trump?
Some of them are voting for Trump, straight up. Some of them, I think it's like almost a 40-40 split down the middle, and then the rest is going third party.
Brandon?
Yeah. No, Jill Biden.
Jill Biden.
Serious question: is this chat voting Trump because Kamala? No, dude.
Yeah, barbecue 489.
No.
Barbecue.
Oh God. Apparently, people don't like how long it takes for Trump to actually speak at these goddamn events. People get upset about it
For
and
grabs
leave
in
early.
Michigan, not a good sign for Kamala Harris.
All right, Harry Enton, thanks so much. Let's continue this conversation with Democratic strategist James Carville. And James, you just heard Harry Enton lay out what's in stake in battleground Michigan. Are you confident Harris can win Michigan?
He is.
Well, if I listen to you and Harry, I think she ought to quit. Okay? I mean, I just never seen anything like the piling on about, well, she's behind in Union household, she's behind in Dearborn, she's behind here, there, she's behind everywhere.
What are they supposed to do? Like CNN is very conservative nowadays, but like they're just looking at the number. Bro, CNN is insane.
I don't
dog.
watch the news anymore.
They literally were talking about the Hispanic vote. They were talking about like the Latino vote in America.
No, I'm not disputing it.
And
I was asking a
Anderson
question.
Cooper brought forward one.
Chad, hold on, for the record.
One Latino.
I was asking a question, not disputing what he said.
Okay, I'm explaining it to you.
Okay, thank you. Because some people are like, oh, come on.
In news coverage, okay, stop reading chat. I will literally pause both chats if you keep reading chat
You
and
read chat
interrupting
consistently.
I know, but
and
I
interrupt
also
yourself.
still have
you
the
interrupt yourself.
I still have the capacity to give you just
Did
analysis.
you know that? You
right
interrupt
now.
yourself to read
Listen
chat.
to me. Listen to the words.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Yesterday, in a news broadcast on CNN that Anderson Cooper was leading, the subject matter was about Latino voters and their changing allegiances. Latino vote, like the Democratic Party has been hemorrhaging support amongst the Latino voter blocks
Yes.
all around the country. In order to provide professional commentary on the subject matter, Anderson Cooper brought on
Two Republican strategists. I saw that, yeah.
Anna Navarro, who is a never Trump Republican, but like literally is a Republican her entire life, and a current Trump Republican. Like, they are insane. Okay.
Ever since I've been watching you, over time, I've become increasingly nauseated at the, like, this platforming of people for the pursuit of some sort of fake idea of bipartisanship.
I don't even think that they're doing that for bipartisanship. I think
but I'm nauseated by like
yeah,
that
I think
fact.
it's
just
more
so
it's more of a
stupid.
cold. It's more of a cold.
It's like the
calculated-
Republicans never want bipartisanship. They want fascism and blood sport. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, hush now. My goat is speaking.